Hi guys, Sassy here with Sassy Goes Keto. Today I am going to teach you guys how to make my keto bagels. This is, it's using the traditional Fathead dough, but it has just the spices and seasonings that I put a twist on my bagels. This is how I like them. They turn out really delicious, really savory and good. So I'm going to take you guys along and show you how to make my keto bagels. First ingredients that you're going to need is you're going to need 3 cups of Parmesan cheese already grated, so that way we can melt this in the microwave. You're going to need 5 tablespoons of cream cheese of your choice. Make sure it's whole fat. Don't get to like the third less fat or anything, because you need the fats that are on it. You're also going to have 1 teaspoon of garlic, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, a teaspoon of Italian seasoning, and I usually put a teaspoon of parsley in here too, but I'm not going to do parsley today. The Italian seasoning is going to be just well enough for that. And also for 1 tablespoon, sorry about that, 1 tablespoon of baking powder. And then you're going to need 2 eggs, room temperature. Make sure they're not cold. Same with your cream cheese. Make sure your cream cheese is room temperature and is not cold, because it will cool down your mixture and then you'll have to reheat that again. And then for the topping, you're going to need everything but the bagel seasoning. And you can get that at Walmart. You can get it at Sam's. You can get it, wherever you can find it in your local grocery store. Maybe you'll have it, maybe not. So what I'm going to do right now before I mix all my dry ingredients together is I'm going to go ahead and add my cream cheese. Let's get you down here so I can see that, so you can see this. And then hopefully this is close enough for you guys. So that way I can try and get the full view on here. I'm going to add my cream cheese with my mozzarella cheese, which I believe I forgot to say at the beginning. And it's going to be 5 tablespoons of mozzarella cheese in here. I'm going to take and microwave this 30 to 60 minute intervals for 2 minutes to melt it. Okay, so while I'm melting that in the microwave and getting that ready, I am going to add all my dry ingredients. Which, let me see if I can get you up close enough to where you can look at my dry ingredients. Camera focused here. Okay, on my dry ingredients, you are going to be taking 2 cups of your almond flour, which is what I forgot to show you. I just had to stop in and buy some at Walmart until my Amazon order comes in, but I have some. It's a better deal at Amazon. Alright, so to my dry ingredients, I'm going to add the 2 cups of almond flour. I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of baking powder. And then all my spices, my Italian seasoning, my garlic powder, my onion powder. And I'm going to mix those in there as well. So I'm just going to make sure this is well combined so that baking powder gets everywhere. And I did not have my flour in the freezer, so I'm not going to sift it today. Usually when you put it in the refrigerator or freezer, you usually have to sift it to get all of the clumps out. But today I do not, so we'll go from there. I hope your guys' day is going great today. Mine is. Okay, let me get this out. I'm going to put that aside. Basically, you're just going to keep stirring just to work that cream cheese and that cheese together. This is not quite cool or warmed up enough, but it's enough to get it melted in there. Okay, so we're going to stick this back in there. It's got another 20 to 30 seconds to go, just to get it that melty consistency. And I also I can't talk today, y'all. And also today I'm going to just, I'm using water instead of oil for my hands so I can form the bagels. because I don't, even though it can use that extra fat, but water just works just fine for me. I'm not quite sure if this is going to be, I mean, it is stringy, but I might put it in there for another 30 seconds. It's not quite stringy enough for what I want. And what I'm doing is I'm heating it up just enough so that way it is warm. I do not have to stick it back in there and get that taken care of. I've been working on recipes and I'm trying to get a video out for you today. Yes, I'm a little late. I do apologize. Alright. Nice and bubbly. There we go. Alright. And there it goes. And you just got to make sure your cream cheese and your cheese is well combined. And this is looking great. It's nice and string cheesy. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is, since my cheese is hot, I'm going to add my dry ingredients to the top of my cheese. And then I'm going to crack my 2 eggs right on top. Now here's where we're going to need to get some elbow room. Some elbow grease in there is what they're saying. Is because you're going to get these eggs and all this cheese combined together to form your dough. And it's going to take a little bit of elbow grease, y'all. I tend to mix it in so far and then I start using my hands. And if the dough gets too cold on you, go ahead and microwave it a little bit more. Just to get it in there, to get it melty enough. And this is the time where I'm going to go ahead and get my hands dirty. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to dip my hands in some water just to keep the dough from sticking into my hands. And I'm going to incorporate all my almond flour into this. And I'm just going to knead it and keep kneading it until it's fully incorporated. If it doesn't get fully incorporated, you're going to have cheesy bread. And I don't want cheesy bread, I want bagels. So 2 to 3 minutes until you notice that all the yellow clumps are in there really good. But it smells so good, guys. Oh my goodness. And when it starts to stick, just put a little bit of water on your hand. That'll get it. And it's starting to form a good dough now. It's getting well incorporated. As I said, if you feel that your dough is getting too cold, go ahead and stick it in the microwave and warm it up a little bit. Alright, this looks well incorporated. It's a good dough. You can see there's no clumps of flour in here anywhere. Okay, now I'm gonna get you back, pull you back some, and take you over here. And what I'm doing now is I'm going to make my donuts, my bagels. So I'm going to, once again, this is going to make 6 bagels. So I just kind of pinch them off to form 6 bagels. and you're gonna have 6 little clumps. And I'm making 6 bagels out of it. So now what I do is I'll add a little bit more water so it doesn't stick to my hands. Oops. And I'm going to form my dough. I'm just going to tap it out together in a little circle. Now what I do to make my bagels is I just pinch from finger to finger, and I just work the dough around until you make your little bagel. I'm going to set that on my nonstick pan, and I'm going to repeat until I am done. All right. 2. And what I'm doing, I'm just pinching a little bit just to form the bagel. Some are going to be bigger, some are going to be smaller, but that's okay. And once again, I'm just forming that bagel. This is real easy. This is the best way I found to make bagels. Oh, it's awesome. Having a bagel sandwich from the morning is just delicious. I've been wanting bagels the past couple days, so I figured, you know, I'm gonna get on here and take you guys with me, and we're gonna make some bagels. If you guys have a different recipe for bagels, go ahead and comment below, leave me a message, and I will get back to you. I accept anything, any kind of comments. Okay. Now I did that. I'm just going to wipe the water off of my hands here. Now I just take a little bit of water and dab it on top. You can do egg wash if you want. This is just so I can hold the everything bagel seasoning on it. Some people would use it, but I find if I use the egg wash, it makes my bagels extra dark because I'm not using my oven. I am currently using the nuwave. And then I'm going to take my everything but the bagel seasoning and get them, oops, bagels up there. And there's my bagels. And I'm just going to sprinkle everything with the bagel seasoning on it. You can do more, you can do less, however much you like. Okay. And there's the bagels. Now what I'm going to do is, let me see, I'm going to stick these in my nuwave oven, and I'm going to put it at 350 for 20 to 25 minutes. It usually takes exactly 20 minutes. And then I have to let it cool in order to take these off. So now what I'm doing, I'm going to put them in here. I have to plug it in. And then cook temp is going to be at 350 cook time. I'm going to do 20 minutes. And I'm going to start. Those are going to cook. They're going to be ready to go, and I will take and get this mess cleaned up, and then I will show you when they are done, what they look like. Catch you in a minute. Alright, hi guys, welcome back. Okay, the bagels are done, and they turned out delicious. Let me show you here. Get this put down. I've got this set up and ready to go. Let me get this back a little bit more so we can get this in here. And let me show you guys. Oh, these bagels, they are big. They are delicious. I mean, just looking. It's the size of my hand. They look very delicious. I put them on my grate, so I've got a little brown on the bottom of it. Looking really good. And let me go ahead and cut one of these open and set this up for you guys and show you what the inside looks like. I had to let them cool for about 10-15 minutes because it is still hot, so I don't want to cut my fingers. Okay, and it looks like a bagel. It feels like a bagel. Very delicious. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to move these over here. And I'm having a bagel for lunch today. So I'm just going to go ahead and set this bagel up. When I have a piece of turkey, some Swiss cheese, and a piece of leaf lettuce that I use. So I'm going to put the leaf lettuce on there. A nice piece of turkey and a couple pieces of Swiss. I got some mayo here, some Hellmann's real mayonnaise. I know it's not quite all keto, but guys, I can't find another mayonnaise. They say Duke's, but we don't have Duke's in our area. So I'm just going to put some mayonnaise on there. A teaspoon. And then let's see if I can get this on there to where. And there I have my bagel lunch. So I mean, very good. Can't wait to dig in. Let me get some of this mess. Got all my bagel crumbs everywhere. And get these out so I can get a good picture here. Oops. And there we have it. A nice, delicious bagel. Alright, and I do have some macros on these because I know a bagel is a very important part of mine. That I constantly make. And I had it on a recipe so I can look it down. I believe there are 4 net carbs for the keto bagel a piece. If you guys put them in with your macro calculator, it will go ahead and add all that up for you. But I know I usually don't put it on there, but this is just something that is so low carb. It tastes like bread. They're bagels. You cannot tell the difference. I mean, they're so delicious. They're addicting, and I guarantee you're going to want to make them over and over and over again. I also make them with cinnamon and sugar. I do a coffee cake. There are several different kinds that we can do. I'm working on a chocolate bagel right now because I do love chocolate. So there's different varieties. So let me know what you guys think. You know, delicious bagel, ready to go. And I just can't wait to dig in. So thank you very much for joining me today. I will have the description below and all the ingredients below for you. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and let me know how I'm doing. I appreciate any comments, any help that you guys can give me. I'm there. So thank you for joining me, and we will see you on the next video. Have a good day.